So our next panelist is Father Medanki Ananda Rao, Roman Catholic priest and doctoral research student in sacred theology at the Instituto that's in Italian, so here we go, Liturgia, Pastorale in Abbazia di San Giustina in Padova, Italy. So welcome.
Good afternoon, and I'm very glad here to take you just to the Asian continent and explore about some of the realities that we have adapted in the past. I would say that I have taken one case study also. We'll see that they have successfully implemented in 1981 one of the alternative dispute resolutions like ADR. In 1988 in the state of Gujarat. So that's, we will see as we go on. And now here to present, what is the conflict? A handling of conflict is in a society to create peace when conflicts occur in either family groups or interpersonal relations. And we see here also, like according to Michael, is very good, giving a good definition. Listen, providing, and meet the needs of the parties and adequately address the interests of each party, the problem is solved. And and here we see like what we have implemented in India. Like India we have more than 29 states, rich enough in different languages, rich enough in different religions, rich enough in different cultures. So it's very difficult to animate together and resolve any conflict solution in Indian context. But we have tried in many manners to provoke how we construct a peaceful situation in India. It's not possible to live in different cultures, like different religions, like we have Hinduism, Christianism, Buddhism, Islamism, Zoroastrianism, and many things like. So all the more 80% of Hinduism, and Christianism is a little bit. So how can we take this aspect? How can we live together peacefully? It's a challenging question. And we know here we can see some of the adaptation that we have taken, the traditional systems of conflict resolution in Indian rural situations. Like we see a village panchayat. Village panchayat, it's seen like something that we have adopted locally, where the villagers, anything had happened, they go to the village elders and they sit together and they conclude the situation. And that is also the major and minor. If the village is very bigger enough, that we need to go to the, and this is one of the traditional systems in India. And what do you mean by lok adalt, like adalat? This is very important, that this is lok adalat and family court as the extension of local level mediation across the country. The very important concept of this lok adalat, its meaning people courts, people's court. It's an innovative Indian contribution to the world jurisprudence. The introduction of lok adalat added a new chapter to the justice dispensation system of this country and succeeded in providing a supplementary forum to the victims for a satisfactory settlement of their disputes. System based on Mahatma Gandhian principles, the father of the Indian nation. This slide. And Lok Adalat are presided over by the members of Lok Adalat, and they have role of statutory consulators only and do not have any judicial role. And therefore, they can only persuade the parties to come to a conclusion. Main contribution of the Lok Adalat is that both parties in dispute should agree for settlement. The fact of the matter is that even after the formation of so many tribunals, tribunals or the courts or the tribunals, the administration of justice has not been speedy. That's what we are facing now, today, in the world, where people are going, many files are being pended, in the court, and they'll be hearing after many years. We know that. And here we see that this is a people court is one of the alternative dispute resolution mechanism in India we have adapted. It is a form of where cases pending or at pre-litigation stages in a court of law are being settled. The first Lok Adalat was held in Gujarat, in the state of Gujarat in India in 982, and was successful. It was successful. It is one of the components of ADR, alternative dispute resolution systems. In ancient times, the disputes were referred to panchayat, that I have early showed that. Oh, sorry. Yeah. In ancient times, the disputes were referred to panchayat, the first picture, which were established at the village levels. Panchayat resolved the disputes through arbitration, and it has proved to be very effective alternative to litigation. And more or less, and we see here, the concept of the settlement of dispute through mediation, negotiation, arbitration is being conceptualized and institutionalized in the philosophy of Lok Adalat in India. Right? This is the system which has deep roots in India, legal history, and its close allegiance to the cultures and perceptions of justice in Indian ethos. And it is very effective and important ADR mechanisms and most suited to the Indian cultures and social interests. So this is like we gather, and if they are not satisfied with the panchayat levels, they go to the Lok Adalat levels and resolve the problems immediately. And how far we are able to ready for agreement, that's a major question, but you save a lot of time in this one. And we have the statistics also, they shown that many in India, like it's very functioning very well. And I'm from 2 days I have been listening to the many countries. I don't know whether you have implemented these sort of things. Better you go to internet deeper, in Google search Lok Adalat, what it means, you can adapt in your countries, especially in African countries. I hope it will give you the justice levels. What I felt, hearing these past 2 days I have been hearing your lectures and presentation, the problems. So what we have succeeded in India, I'm presenting here. So this is the major consequences and result, the statistics that we have here. And this is like same thing what I have explained. And we know that I have selected also like model of conflict, like the process model. It is like a frustration. Emotions arises when one party perceives the other party is interfering with the satisfaction of his own needs, wants, and objectives. And the conceptualization is what is that? Define the conflict situation and behavior of the other party. And the behavior there, one can observe the action that results from the perception of conflict that influences the behavior of each party. An interaction between two parties, which either arise as a result or they are not happy. But the outcome that seizes the problem. And we have here also one of the other model, conflict resolution model I have found out. And I just prepared this one, awareness, self-preparation, conflict reduction, negotiation with values. That's what mainly it goes to the panchayat level and Lok Adalat levels that we have adapted in Indian system. So this is like you have to make aware between the two parties what is happening, what is going to happen, and self-preparation for the two parties to accept and save much time and save much money. If you don't listen, you go to find an advocate. Many of the experts are here. We know that the fees or anything, and again they have to spend a lot of time to go to the tribunals and courts. But the traditional systems that this year, the Icharam, what is that? What we say? Icharam. They have selected this year. The topic is very good, relevant for us, for the world, to think upon it. The self-preparation, conflict reduction, and the negotiation values, and again the agreement. And I would like to go to one of the example case study recently happened. You know, in India, it is like, you know, this is the statue of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the father of the Indian Constitution, one who wrote that. You know, this is a situation I'm taking a case study. It has happened in my state, in southern part of India, and where Dalit is suffering from social boycott by upper caste villagers for 2 months. And how it is being solved. You know, what is the main situation? Like, you know, India consists, like India, we have a big caste system, and the problem also. It was very difficult. That's what led me to choose this conference, to come all over the world, from Italy, to come here to present this topic and to listen from all of you and get something. How can I present my article in the future and talk to the people of India to balance the caste level and some of the problems in caste system in India. So in India we have Brahmanas, Vaishyas, Shudras, Kshatriyas and Shudras. You know, the father of Indian Constitution, one who wrote, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, he hails from last caste, Shudras, Dalit caste. So the one village, for example, where they want to erect his statue in the village, middle of the village, the other people, the rich people, they don't want. And they removed immediately overnight. And happened, you know, the litigation, and there was so much protesting one another, and the intervention of the police commission, SC/ST commission. We have like so many from the higher section government, they came. But what is the use? There's the caste system is very strong enough. And it's like confronting with the Dalit and the upper caste like. And so many politicians came to solve this problem. And that one of the means they have selected is like Panchayat and Lok Adalat, like talking together, community-wise, just ready for agreement. That's what I have shown here: awareness, self-preparation, conflict reduction, negotiation, values, and agreement. And that will help the people to understand well. So these are some of the like case studies, and also according to the Hands India, one of the journal, like attempts for a due place for the Ambedkar statue were allegedly viewed by the upper caste people as an association of Dalits to establish their identity in the village. You know, that differently they have given the picture of this situation by the many journals and newspapers. Whatever, maybe finally they succeeded to settle this problem, to understand this problem, because they are ready to come to a conclusion to end this. Because 2 months they are suffered. The rich people, they didn't allow the Dalits, the last caste people, to enter into the lands to work. Without 2 months, that whole village is having 880 families without having work for 2 months, imagine. This is a problem in the world. We say in India that is a caste system problem, but other countries, many are there. So we need to go to some of the traditional systems which are gold enough to discover, to solve the many problems, instead of going to the tribunals, courts, and wasting time and energy. So this is like I would like to propose and give, like India, we have this system like the Lok Adalat, like a people's court, that is one of the important issue that we have generated in 1981. So that is very successful, that like one of the like mechanism, like we say, one of the components of ADR, like alternative dispute resolution system. So this is like concept of the settlements of disputes through mediation and negotiation, arbitration is being conceptualized, institutionalized in the philosophy of this Lok Adalat. What do you say? Yeah. So Adalat, yeah. So this is my presentation. I hope you have got something for inspiration to learn and implement in our cultures, in our societies. Thank you very much.